Welcome back to Real Talk, everybody. Today we're talking about the top young star in Hollywood, Timothée Chalamet. He's been in big movies like Little Women, Dune, Interstellar. He's had awesome co-stars like Matthew McConaughey, Christian Bale, Florence Pugh, and The Peach, and Call Me By Your Name. I'm so excited to discuss him. Mallory, what are your thoughts on Timothée?
Now, I know Timothée is currently in some hot water, and I will also be in hot water after this statement, but I don't believe he should be canceled after the whole SNL thing. Now, do I think the season of SNL is good? Absolutely not. Also, I think it's slightly annoying how every time he's done with an SNL episode, he's like, I'm retiring from SNL, and then he shows up again, all over the season. So that's a little aggravating, but that's not why he's in hot water. We know, but we don't have to talk about it. It's okay. At the end of the day, he didn't write the script. He's just the actor. He just does what he tells him to do.
Yeah,
and
says the jokes.
I support Timothée. Do I think he's a little bit overrated? Yes, but you can't deny that he has done amazing things for the community, especially my community. That being girls who like boys who look like they're slightly dying. That's my community. I love him. I love him. Also, Little Women is one of my favorite movies, and he did an excellent Laurie. Anyway, I think he's just wonderful. I wish he would do better on SNL, but he's kind of flopping recently. But you know what? They can't all be serfs, you know?
Yes, I think I'm selling the Timothée stock, if I'm being honest. I think he's underachieved. That's my hot take.
Yeah.
It was like, he had Call Me By Your Name, and Lady Bird, and this is like the top guy. You look at how bad the young actors are these days, he's like the top one, and you haven't had a single Oscar nomination in like 5 years. I just think it's kind of a little embarrassing.
Yeah.
Edward Norton wouldn't do that.
Also, I'm very worried about the Wonka situation.
Oh my god.
I think that's me kind of backing out of like this is gonna be a cool guy. I'm a little worried about it. Especially, everybody's posting clips of the SNL Troye Sivan thing, and I'm like, it's not that funny. Like, I love Troye Sivan, and I didn't find it funny. I didn't laugh.
There wasn't a single funny sketch in this episode.
And it's so disappointing because, of course, we know that I love Boy Genius and Timothée Chalamet. This should have been a big day for annoying people, aka me. I'm annoying people. But it was not, unfortunately, and I was disappointed, but I didn't expect much anyway, so, you know.
Yeah. Do you have a favorite Timothée movie, Valerie?
Well,
it's like Little Women and Lady Bird.
He plays an excellent douchebag in every movie. Specifically Lady Bird, I think he did a good job, but that's not my favorite movie with him. Call Me By Your Name is very good, so that's up there. But I think it's gotta be Little Women for me.
Yeah, the drug movie he did with Steve Carell, seems like that's really spoken to a lot of people.
Yeah.
I was discussing it with somebody yesterday, and I feel like that's the one people bring up a lot, which is surprising to me. But Dune for me, I'm a big Duner.
See, I initially didn't enjoy Dune when I saw it the first time.
That surprises me.
But I think if I rewatched it, I would enjoy it. I think I was not in the same mindset I was now. I was like, why is this dragging on so long? But I think if I rewatched it, I would enjoy it a lot, which I plan to because I am excited for Dune Part 2. And another thing that bummed me about Dune was that all the advertising was like, Zendaya's in it, and she was in probably about 2 minutes of the movie.
Don't get me started on Zendaya.
You don't mess with Zendaya?
I don't get that whole thing.
I love her.
She has like no charm or charisma in like 2 movies, and everybody's like, OMG, Zendaya. I don't get what she's done.
I disagree with you there.
I just look at her accomplishments. I get the Euphoria thing, but I don't get how some HBO shows put her like.
Have you seen Shake It Up?
Yes, I don't get it.
That really launched her to stardom.
Why didn't the Good Luck Charlie girl get like these roles instead?
Bridget Mendler?
Yes.
I love Bridget Mendler. Justice for Bridget.
The girl from Lemonade Mouth, she was good. All the girls there were good too. Better
Haley
than
Kiyoko.
Yes.
Bridget Mendler.
Yes. Yeah. I think Zendaya, I do not get that whole hype train.
I mean, Haley has thrived. She's well known as like the lesbian Jesus. It's very funny. Bridget Mendler. I wish she would come out with more music. I love that one song where she turned British for no reason, and I love the line. I think it's just brilliant where she says, I'm flopping on my bed like a flying squirrel, like a sad little girl hurt by this big bad world. And I think that level of songwriting is just like insane, and I think that's beautiful, and I listen to it frequently.
That's very beautiful. Well,
Yeah.
How do you think Timothy's career? What are your expectations? Do you think it's on the rise or a little?
I think he's entering a flop era.
Yes.
You know, with Wonka coming out especially. Oh, I'm so worried. And Wonka, we don't need another remake. I didn't even like the Johnny Depp remake. I'm always for the original. That is the Willy Wonka I grew up with and the one that I love.
Yeah, Wonka looks rough, but he has the Bob Dylan biopic in the works. And I think if that flops, then it's over for me.
Wait, he's cast... Who is he cast as?
Bob Dylan.
He's Bob Dylan?
Yes, but he looks exactly like him.
I love Bob Dylan, and I knew there was a biopic, but I didn't know that, like,
It's been in
the
like,
cast.
It's been in like the circulation for like 2 years.
I can't believe I missed that.
Christian Bale was attached as like the mentor or something, but then Christian Bale got replaced with Benedict Cumberbatch.
Well, I love Benedict Cumberbatch. That was probably a
I'm
good choice.
anti-Benedict and love Christian, so I would have loved Christian and Timothy to reunite.
See, I love both of them, but I think Benedict is just a wonderful actor. I was gonna say a wonderful guy, but he's not. I mean, anybody who's in Hollywood probably isn't a wonderful guy. Let's face it.
Yeah, Benedict, I don't get that either. But Timothy, we support you. Let's hope things start going upwards. Maybe some more SNL appearances in the future. They get
Yes.
better.
And not only do we support you, we're using your name for clicks because we know you're slightly controversial right
Yeah,
now.
on the rise. He's gonna be in a bunch of interviews. When he does the Hot Ones interview, our episode will go up.
Yes, of course, because people will search it.
Yeah. Okay, now you probably know who he is. A billionaire and not a great guy, Elon Musk. He has a biopic in the works from A24, and today we're gonna fan cast him.
I am so excited. I've been keeping up with all the people who are fan casting on Twitter. And you know what I'm more concerned about is who's going to be Grimes. Because if you know me, you know I'm a Grimes fan. It started off ironically, now it's unironic. I think Grimes makes great music. And I think just the level of, not self-awareness and like how iconic Grimes is, it's unbeatable. It's like something I've never seen before, and I, for that, have to stand. So, you go ahead and start with who you would cast for your fan cast.
I have a popular guy who's been on the rise lately. He hasn't been in movies for a while. I've seen him in person. Kevin James. I think he would be so great as Elon Musk. He already did a Sean Payton biopic, so he's in this genre. I think he would play the role perfectly. I also have a guy who's a little cuckoo, a little crazy. I think he could bring that side out of Elon. Ezra Miller. I think Ezra Miller would make him such a scary guy, and I would love that. And my last guy is Nicolas Cage. A lot of people have been proposing him. I think that would be interesting. Also, if we're doing a female Elon Musk, Rosamund Pike would be great. Uma Thurman can do
Twitter,
it.
that I agree with is Charlie Heaton. If you know him, he's the guy from Stranger Things. He is Will's older brother, Jonathan. And he gives a scary vibe, and I think he could do a good job. He would have to put on a little weight for that role, but I think he could do it. And I think it already works perfect because his girlfriend, Natalia Dyer, is also a very strange individual, and I think could play Grimes perfectly. So I think that could be good. Speaking of Benedict Cumberbatch, I think he could be a good Elon, probably. Just kidding. I don't believe that, but I really don't have much else to say on that.
That'd be interesting. You know, Jared Leto has worked with a director in the past. I think Jared Leto's Elon Musk would be cool.
That would be good.
He's one of my favorite actors.
I said I'm more concerned with who's going to play Grimes, and if Natalia Dyer can't do it, I'm one call away. Because if anybody can embody Grimes, I think I could do it. Now that I have the bangs too, I think if I just cut him a little bit shorter to have the micro bang, I think it could be awesome, and like, it would be a role of a lifetime for me. That is my biggest dream, is to play Grimes in a biopic, except I think we would have to battle some minor labor laws because my co-star would be much older than me. But hey, who's directing it again?
I don't know his name. It's like Darren Aronofsky.
Call me.
He's really good.
I already know everything there is to know about Grimes, so I could do it easy.
I bought his book, so we support him.
Yes.
Now, the final thing for today, the actor strike is over. Everybody's signing on to
Yay!
projects. It's very exciting. TV shows are returning February 12th, right around the Super Bowl. Sadly, though, our favorite TV show, Young Sheldon, will be returning for the last time.
It's very sad because, once again, Young Sheldon is one of those shows that started off as a joke to me, and then I grew to love. And I get roasted for saying I'm a Young Sheldon viewer, but look, you have to understand, I know it's a bad show, like, objectively, it's bad.
No.
But whenever you turn it on, I know I'm gonna get, like, 20 minutes where there's gonna be a problem, and then Young Sheldon's gonna overcome it by the time the 20 minutes is over, and that is comforting.
I don't think it's a bad show. I think it's one of the greatest sitcoms of all time. The quality it's held up over 6 seasons. I mean, I just think the way it's constructed, especially in those final seasons with the ensemble, is really beautiful.
So that's a big claim. I don't feel the same. I think that there have been lots of other better sitcoms, but I appreciate it. Excuse me. I love it. And I was also a Big Bang Theory viewer.
Yes, I've seen.
Which I don't like Big Bang Theory, surprisingly.
I've seen every episode of Big Bang Theory. Awesome show. It gets rough. But
Yeah, it got very rough, and honestly, it's just like, they just disappointed me too many times.
Yeah. Well, actor strike is over. Elon Musk biopic on the way. Timothée has so many projects. This was an awesome episode. I had such a fun time. It was so great you're back, Mallory.
Thank you. I'm so glad to be here. You know, I've had a pretty rough time, but I feel fully recovered and better than ever. So
That's really good.
yeah, you guys wouldn't know that because there hasn't been a gap, but
They felt it. Well, have a great day, Real Talkers.